Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Dream of Fantastic Dream podcast. Today is July 9th, 2022, and today we're playing a game called Reno, going through all of the Epcot attractions and restaurants, talking if we love it, if we would like to see it changed or renovated or taken out completely. We are your hosts, Jared Covert, Skyler Gifford, and Armida Flores. And would you listen to those hard STSs when I say hosts?
Hosts.
Got it.
About time.
Put emphasis.
We have been going through a season of refurb. We've been going through, we're partly closed for refurbishment on me and Skyler's end because we're trying to get our new podcasting space set up. It's just hard. So to make everything, with the acoustics and the sounds and everything. So we're kind of like, should we record? Should we not record? We have a temporary fix just in case. But yeah, if we're not on it as much, it's just because we're in refurb right now.
Did y'all like my solo episode?
I loved your solo episode, and I just think for continuity purposes that I do approve of platter plans.
Thank you.
I thought it was so good. It was so fun.
Yeah, I loved it. I had a blast. I was like listening to it while I was running errands at work, and I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's our first one. We need to do more of those because I actually really liked you, I guess, leading the podcast in general. So yeah,
makes me want to do my own solo one. I don't know what it would be about, but it makes me want to do one.
I get very on stage and cartoony when I'm doing it myself, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, I was like, I heard a lot of like your jokes coming through, and I was like, Jared has a space to tell his own jokes.
Say it with me. We don't want heat stroke.
I loved that.
That was Sky's favorite line. He was like, we don't want heat stroke, Armida.
I've gotten that so many times at the parks. So like, yeah.
You're not wrong.
You don't drink water. It's because you're drinking dehydrating liquids like alcohol. Skyler Gifford.
But also like the amount, but like not just you. Like when I was working backstage, the number one thing that I heard when I was not in my area was emergency services being called because somebody else passed out from heat stroke in DCA by a ward wiener specifically. It was a couple of times right by ward wieners.
It's really hot over there. I don't really blame you.
Yeah.
Award wieners.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe Sky has a big piece of news that he is very excited about.
Yes.
So I got an update today, and I get this yearly. I get an update of just basically how like good the podcast is growing, like where it's going to. And earlier this year, it was at 40 countries, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Today, we got the update that it has now surpassed 40 and is now at 50 countries worldwide. And I just think that's so cool that it's just being shared so many different places and like listened to. So I just have a few that were like, I thought were kind of cool. And if you think about it, these kind of make sense. So there's the United Kingdom, obviously, France, Japan, obviously, Norway,
Park countries, yeah,
Hong Kong, the Netherlands, Denmark, Sweden, New Zealand, and South Africa.
That's awesome.
So
that's
that was pretty
really
cool to see. It was just all these countries where people have like listened to us and just taking the time to get to know us in different ways, and it's really cool to see. So that's mine. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's really cool.
And I believe y'all saw Thor: Love and Thunder the other night.
Let me tell you what.
Bless Thor: Love and Thunder. Bless that movie. Okay, let's preface this first. You either, if anyone who hasn't seen Thor: Love and Thunder is going to see it, we're not going to get into spoilers today. We'll probably do our own spoiler episode later.
But the spoilers were so good
because I haven't seen it.
So good.
But you're either going to aggressively love it or aggressively hate it. And there has been no in between. The one thing, like the Rotten Tomato reviews make it look like the movie is bad. That's not true. It's just one of the most divisive films for the MCU.
You thought Doctor Strange was divisive.
Oh, this one is much worse in terms of dividing the fandom than Doctor Strange was.
I'm prepared to aggressively hate it, but I don't think I will because in my head, I don't think Marvel can do harm.
That's why I actually end up loving it, because I literally went in thinking it was going to suck.
Mm-hmm.
I've never liked a Thor movie in my life. I didn't like Thor, the original. I didn't like Dark World, and I didn't like Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Ragnarok.
I loved this movie, and this is probably, if not my favorite Marvel movie in general, probably my favorite movie in general. This film is so well done. It's so funny. Like, there's so many good jokes in it that really, really land, which is surprising. Like,
it's so funny because I'm literally sitting there and I'm like, this joke is so old now. And they brought it back like 10 minutes later. And I was like,
there's one gag that keeps going throughout. Actually, two gags. There's two gags that keep going throughout the entire film, and they really work for me.
I thought I would get annoyed, but every time it came up, I laughed. Every time.
And the visuals were just so beautiful to look at. And it was so stunning to see. Probably one of the most beautiful shots throughout the whole movie, and any Marvel movie we got in that movie. It's just so well done. So
the villain,
I really do regret. I do think you guys should see it.
Mm-hmm. One thing that I was told is that the villain is one of the best villains in the MCU. That's all I was told, and I will agree.
That's what made me want to see it, because initially when the teaser trailer came out and it was just Thor and like Olympus, I was like, oh, this is gonna be kind of mid. But then they introduced the villain. I was like, okay,
that's why I was drawn to it, because I heard the villain was so good.
Gore was horrifying.
Horrifying.
It made me physically uncomfortable in some of the scenes, the way they shot his character.
Jared has to complete the trio. I'm sorry.
But
horrifying.
No, I said gorifying.
Oh, gorifying. That's even better.
Yeah, we're talking about seeing it again.
And Sky, to be fair, Sky never wants to rewatch movies. But he wants to go see Love and Thunder again.
Can we go see a movie while I'm there? Because I just want to experience AMC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we have AMC here?
Yeah, we do.
We do?
Or not, maybe not AMC, but just like the big nice theater.
We have Regal. We have Regal Edwards. We have
who wants to see the Spectrum?
Yeah. The Spectrum one is good.
We'll take him to the Spectrum one of the days he's here. Actually, you know what we could do? We'll go to Disney on the 18th for Oogie Boogie, right? Actually, this will lead us right into Oogie Boogie Bash. 19th, we could go to the movies, find a movie, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot. And then the 20th, we can go to HHN. So, yeah. And
I'm sure I'm not going to be obsessed with staying at Disneyland until close for the second time.
Right.
So, going into that, since we brought up Oogie Boogie Bash, I decided that it's time for the third person to reveal what they're going to do for Oogie Boogie.
Second.
Did you not do it yet?
I did it. You're the second.
Oh, Jared's still on. Okay.
I'm the final reveal.
Yeah, you wanted to do last.